Hello, gamers! Welcome to episode 3 of the Tactical Survival series, played by me, Tactical Curl. As you can see, I have changed my skin. The last one was a bit boring and I wasn't really a big fan of it, so we have moved on from that specific skin. Today's episode is going to be a building episode. This should be quite an interesting build, as I've taken the time in a creative world to actually build my idea of a starter house. But before we jump into the building, I wanted to show you what we got done in between episodes. And this area has changed a lot. So first, this house was or this frame, I should say, is where our starter base is going to be. And I was able to copy this world file and paste it into a creative world. And I was actually built exactly off this frame, so I know exactly how I want the starter base to be. But I did it in creative, so it's like it's not fair. It's all cheaty. So we're doing it in survival now, and I fell. But that's not at all what else we got done. Of course, as you can see, we have slaughtered the 2 dirt hills that were sitting right here, creating a valley. The other one's right here. And it was creating a valley with this stuff that we had. And this stuff won't be here forever, of course. But we needed these plains flattened out for our starter base. And plus it looks a lot better in my opinion. Besides the torch spam, eventually we'll put light under the ground, of course, with moss carpets. But for now, it's torch spam, and I literally mean torch spam. Everything's lit up. We're going to be able to install a nice farm in this area as well. Obviously not on the stone, but we're gonna, after we get a starter base built and a couple episodes down the road, we will get some sort of farm going. I'm thinking wheat, even though I don't like wheat, but we need wheat for our animal crushers. Moving on this way, I added this double gen over here. It's made of crimson wood, so it doesn't burn. It uses literally the same lava source block, as you can see, has a lava source block, and then yeah, lava source block. So it's cobblestone and basalt. I needed the cobblestone first, of course, for stone, and then the basalt for basalt. And this just kind of got added on, and then it kind of unified. It used to be like a plain andesite. It was kind of ugly, but now we have a nice double gen. This is not permanent, but it just looks better, and we can easily use it. Of course, this there's a minecart with a hopper right there. I dropped my pick that I was using when I started, and I thought I burned it. In fact, I went and got a brand new pick and everything, and then came back over here and checked the barrel, and my pick that I thought I burned was sitting in here, thankfully. I like got really sad really quickly, but there was no real reason to. All right. As you can see, the plains look very plain, no pun intended. As time goes on, I'll sort these plains out and put builds and farms in the area. But like I wasn't kidding about the torch spam. It's literally everywhere. So that we already did that before. That was a animal crusher. It has like 4 animals in it. That's not permanent either. I go over there and I have like 1 frame a second, so it's pretty bad. In between episodes we did this beauty of a half of a farm. Like eventually this will be expanded upon this idea, and in fact this area, this entire chunk will be expanded upon these 3 chunks, or I should say 9. But if we look over here, like I just AFK here, but it's not very efficient. Like that, all that, and then like what's in here, like that's like 5 days of AFKing. So, and this is 30 bamboo, like sprouts that it can, or not bamboo, sugarcane, 30 sprouts that it can grow out of, and you get a minimum of 15 usually. Like you average 15. No, you don't average, but you get a minimum of 15. You should average more, but I just it's not the most efficient. but we needed it for our next area. And as the last thing, as we cross over the river, we see a nice villager breeder that produces, of course, villagers. If you give them 9 stacks of food, I can just kind of minecart them out right here. And look, a librarian villager. And what does it trade? Come here. Ah, yes. Mending. I couldn't resist, gamers. I already broke one of my tools, and I can't risk it for any other diamond tools, so I got the mending enchantment. I spent some time, and I got it. I know it's a little OP, and it's a little early, but I had to get it. And it's on all my tools and stuff. By the way, my armor's off, so I could show you my new skin. But it's on all of these tools, and I just had to get it, so don't judge me too hard. I needed it. Alright, wasting no time, we're going to jump into building this base up. I consider doing a time lapse, but I've decided that a step-by-step walkthrough with smart cuts will help create a better episode. So, this is our build palette. And, we have, of course, cobbled deep slate, which is deep slate is used very heavily in this build, but we're going to use all types of variations of it. So we have the cobbled deep slate, and then the regular deep slate, and then polished deep slate. We don't need as much of it, so I only did like half a chest. Deep slate bricks, smooth basalt, and then we have tough for like a pathway block, more smooth basalt as overflow, calcite for whatever, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to include it, more tough, and then the oxidized copper. This took forever to get, and it is for the certain parts of overhangs on like window sills and stuff. So we're gonna get right into it. And I'm probably gonna have to refer back and forth to the episode, or no, not the episode, the world file, the creative world file, and just kind of review some of the things that I've chosen to do. Maybe not that much. Or I'm not gonna copy it like block for block. Of course, we're gonna be involving a gradient, so it's not gonna be a block for block copying. In the creative world, I did not put as much effort into it. So this is the one that I need to put a lot more effort into, and just kind of get a reference from the creative world of what we need to do. So we're gonna get the deep slate, of course. Cobbled deep slate, we'll need a lot of the cobbled deep slate. We'll do a bit of the polished, whoops. And then deep slate bricks. And this, this is probably gonna be a little bit of a longer episode. I will try to edit it down so it's not so long, but we will see. How long it ends up being. Alright, so the palette, just like kind of a rough idea of what the palette is. Cobbled deep slate, polished basalt, and then deep slate bricks. Or no, polished deep slate and then deep slate bricks. Polished deep slate bricks. So that's kind of the gradient we're going to be going for in the build. So let's start knocking these corners out and installing the first line of smooth basalt. And I'll do the blending and stuff off camera, but we'll kind of get the ideas of what it's going to look like on camera and get some of the brainstorming on camera done. I'm thinking we'll probably want to we'll do it one wall at a time, so I don't need to involve these two small walls. And this front section is, I'm gonna have to do a lot of reference to remember exactly what I wanted to do for it. So, all right. So we know the initial height is right here. I think we're just gonna knock these out like that. Perfect. Install 3 layers of basalt, and then throw in some of our next block in the gradient, which will be cobbled deep slate, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Cobbled deep slate. So, there we go. And I think, yeah, I think they have a rotation. I'm not too worried about it. If it becomes like a real big issue, I'll worry about it. But wait, I don't want to break up the first layer of basalt. I might even remove this and make the basalt reach higher up. The idea is this is weathered because it's close to the ground, and then it just gets more defined as a building block the higher up because it's untouched by people and animals and growth and whatever. So we'll just go like this. Oh wait, yeah, I said I didn't want to do that. Fix that. Alright, we'll get those filled in with our deep slate, of course, and then we'll move on to our next block. I'm not saying this is all the deep slate we'll throw onto this layer, but I want to kind of keep the thought train moving. So the next item we have is going to be the deep slate, of course. Let's get this netherrack out here as a building block, or a utility block. Alright, we can actually break that. We know the height, because there's 4 pillars. I don't know why I'm worried about breaking those. So, I think we start with this smooth basalt a little bit. We'll do this, deep slate. I don't know, I just kind of want to make it random. Throw in a little smooth basalt. Of course, you gotta love the block lag sticking in the wall. We'll do deep slate, cobbled deep slate, basalt. Cobbled deep slate, cobbled deep slate. Awesome. Let's kind of take a look back. So it kind of creates a different texture. We're definitely going to have to go through there and poke holes into the cobbled deep slate. I'm laying it a bit heavy. It's hard to tell as well when you're just placing them kind of quickly. Deep slate, cobbled deep slate. Whoops. Click this. Alright, perfect. We'll get our next block, which is gonna be polished basalt. So we're gonna throw our bow back there because we don't need it. So I want to talk a little bit about the inspiration for this build. And the inspiration mainly came from the Hermitcraft server. A lot of my building influence as of late has come from the Hermitcraft server, just because I try to consume a lot of Minecraft content and building content, just so I can up my skill, per se. Lots of the hermits have tons of amazing skill that can be used and applied to better improve your builds. I try to pay attention to how some of the specific hermits builds such as Green, Good Times with Scar, BOO, and Corrales. The other ones are great, but those are some of my personal favorites. I've come to find great inspiration from these hermits, so you should definitely check them out. You can't go wrong with their episodes, and you know, especially Green, he has a lot of building episodes that can help you improve your building skills and apparatus and knowledge and all of that good fancy stuff that we try to find on YouTube. I'll drop right here, place another utility block just so I can make sure I can get back up on the wall. And we're actually past the height of our pillars, so I need to go check the height real quick. Alright, so I was able to check the height that I needed the wall to be at, which was Y81. And that's just the first height. We'll include a second height for our tower area. However, I was able to get these two walls constructed, and I like the pattern. It'll probably gradient. I like the gradient. It'll probably be interchanged a little bit, and as I see errors, some of the deep slate is rotated incorrectly. But I will slowly work on the gradients on these sides. However, right now I wanted to get this front section built. The front area is literally just this, it goes this far out, of course. But I think it is a very key part of the build, especially if we're going to be using this side a lot to enter the build and whatever. Alright, so we're going to get the gradient built up first, and then we're going to do the layering and the texturing and everything for this section of wall. There's 3 windows. There's going to be one right here, and then 2 on the sides. And something I didn't include in this chest that I should have is this wood, because this wood is a part of this build, as you can see. So let me just stack that up. There we go. We're using the spruce logs and the planks in this build, so I actually should grab some. And then we're also going to need to get this oxidized copper. It's going to be used on this section. But first I think I'm going to get the basalt laid down for, of course, the start of the gradient. And then we will layer up our cobbled deep slate, the smooth deep slate, and then polished smooth deep slate, and then the polished deep slate bricks. And after we have kind of a nice gradient pattern, and we will cut to the texturing part in the windows and the accents of the wall, not just the main wall itself. Alright, so we got the gradient down. For the walls, this is going to be a wall, and this will be a wall. And then we're going to need to put another wall, or not a wall, I keep saying wall. I meant window, that was my bad. We have 2 windows, and I'm going to need another window right up there. And the final window is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, that was not it. It's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What a waste of deep slate. Alright. Now we need to get some stained glass. We need purple or magenta. I can't remember the color. We need one of the purple stained glass. One of the different colors that there are. And then we need to get some stairs cut for the copper accents. So let's do that. I don't need all this copper. We'll put a little bit down. There we go. Alright. We'll cut this copper. I should have grabbed the wood as well. I should probably just cut all this. I could have shift click that. It's alright. Oxidize cut copper stairs. We'll get some of this wood out. Put some of that smooth basalt back. Get some sticks. Alright, let's see here. So the first thing we're gonna need is some gate or fence posts, of course, and then we're gonna need a ton of these wood for these nice trapdoors right here, spruce trapdoors. Quite expensive, but it's alright. So basically, the entire idea, actually I can get rid of those sticks, I don't need any more. The entire idea is this. Put these as like window seal accents. I think that will look pretty good. And then if we go like this, oh whoops. Yeah, we need to leave a spot. So if we go like this, we get a nice accent with the oxidized copper, of course. And it's not waxed or anything, so I can shave it with a axe if I wanted to, but the orange doesn't look as good as the teal in my opinion. I like the teal. It's quite an interesting tone. Of course, we want to round off any edges so it looks smooth. All right, I mean, yeah, that's the first overhang. That's not too bad. Oh, we need a spruce front door. We'll wait for this front door. I'm not gonna cry about it right now. And the idea behind this is so I don't have to put supports right here. And block this. Like some of the other parts. Oh no, that was a different design. Okay. Let's pop up here. Oh wait, I'm gonna need different types of cut copper here. We're gonna need the blocks and more stairs, of course. Stairs are good. Blocks and slabs. Okay, and then we'll do a little bit of blocks. Don't want to overload ourselves with the blocks because I think the regular oxidized copper works just as good with looking like a block. Alright, the design we have to do right here is this. So it's gonna go, if we use the trapdoors as a reference, and we actually don't need the cut copper blocks, I guess I wasted them, but we will incorporate them somehow. That's kind of the window sill I'm looking for, is this. See that, it's alright. Kind of gives this area some more definition. So yeah, that's that window seal. Nice and surrounded by copper. Alright, I'm gonna get the glass crafted and then we'll install the glass. I can just quickly throw them into their cubbies, or window seals. And if I was smart, I'd be using a silk touch pickaxe as I build, but I'm not, so every time I break glass or deep slate, it breaks. Oh my goodness, I don't like this. I will have to redo some of that pattern right there. So that's kind of the idea for the front part. We're gonna do that same idea right here, but I'm gonna just quickly work on this section of wall. So I'm gonna install this wall, and then this wall, and then I will cut back to on camera as I'm working on the accent pieces. So basically, this is the idea. We're gonna spread it to this other pulled back front section and basically take that concept and spread it around the build. So I will go over it when we get to that point in time. Alrighty, gamers. So as you can see, I am done with these 3 walls that I was talking about. And now I need to install this last window seal. So it should be 3 down. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 over. So it should be the window seal if I'm correct, although I did it wrong already. So we'll go like this. Alrighty, gamers. As you can see, I've run out of copper. I'm working on that last window seal, and if I've judged it correctly, 1, 2, 3. You know, it might be a little short. I think I did make it a bit short. Let me go over here and get some more slabs crafted. Alright. 34, perfect. So, I might have to lift this up. Let me see. I think it needs to go up 1. I think it's supposed to sit right here, actually. Oh my goodness. There we go. And if we just peek through here. Yeah, that's right. That's the window. Because I put the cartography table right here, and then it looks out. So we'll put our window seals in. The rest of our window seal. We need to go just a little bit. There we go. Now we can reach everything. Okay. So that's the decoration. That's the windows pretty much. I don't put any more windows on in the creative copy of this. And maybe I will install some more. But it was 3 down and 1 away from that side, and then this one was on the bottom and then 1 away from this wall. So that's perfect. Alright, so we need to continue on to the roof, which is going to be made out of blue terracotta. And I have a bunch of regular terracotta, but I don't want to craft it beforehand. I want to have this plain terracotta first, and then craft as needed, because, I mean, the roof's the roof, but it's not as ginormously big as it might be thought about. Okay, so we need to do this tower. I'm going to copy this gradient / pattern. This tower is going to be way higher than Y81, however, it's just tall, that's what it is, and I'm going to build it up to that correct height, and then I will show you guys what it looks like, and then we can start the work on the roof, which will be made out of this blue terracotta over here, except I'm just going to craft as needed as to not waste this untouched terracotta. So I'm going to work on the tower, and then we'll talk about the roof and start working on the roof. Okay, so I got the tower built up. It reaches to Y94, and it uses a ton of bricks, as you can see. Of of course, like any part of the build, it's gonna need to be blended a little bit, and I will work on that. But right now, we need to do the roof. So we're just gonna lay out the terracotta first, and then we'll come in with the accent afterwards, which is gonna be spruce planks. So let's, and stairs, of course. So let's just build this roof up. And as we build it up, I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and this journey that I have sort of embraced, or started, you could say. I'm 20 years old, I have a roommate, and I do maintenance at the place of my employment. I just started this YouTube hobby a month or so ago, and I've been thinking about it for like 6 or 7 months to a year. Although that doesn't make any sense, but it was like 6 months to a year. I don't know the exact date. It was out of my mind for a long time, and then I just kind of was really thinking about it and potentially making it a career or a hobby or whatever you want to call it. I just had to wait for the right opportunities to line up, and I needed to stop being lazy about making videos, because they do require effort, and they do require time. I wanted to eventually have YouTube as a career. However, a lot of the articles and videos that I have studied about making YouTube videos say going in with the mindset of having YouTube as a career is not really the best mindset. You should really just do it as a hobby, and because it's comparable to the NBA, where a lot of kids want to be in the NBA, but only like 1% of the population of children is actually, or talented kids is going to make it into the NBA. But I don't know. It's something I've thought about, and I'll call it a hobby for now. Eventually, hopefully, I can make it a career, but we shall see. And I fell. How did I unshift? That's awesome. Okay. And of course, I don't want to jump into YouTube without having the proper support systems in place to ensure I have my lights on and my house heated. I graduated high school. The people that didn't crack me up, especially the seniors, seems a bit wasteful to use. Seems a bit wasteful to not use the 3 or 4 years of time and like finish out the all this career, your high school career, which you've just spent so much time on. But I don't want to like sound judgmental or anything, but it's just like, come on, guys, you got this far. You've invested 3 or 4 years into it. Like what the heck? Are we gonna do it, or are we not gonna do it? Of course, getting back to the build a little bit, I think I've shared enough about myself. This blue terracotta, I really debated it for a while. I didn't know if I was really a big friend, or I didn't know if I was that fond of it, because I don't know if it clashes too hard with it. I've decided that I'm gonna keep it, and I like it. However, of course, anything can be edited. That's weird. In Minecraft. And if I need to, I can change the pattern. With this design, this roof design, we are going to Y88, and then we're capping the peak. Like, it's not gonna poke up. Like, I want the tower to kind of be the point of interest, not the roof. But the roof, it'll like flatten out. Oops. Just get this roof laid down. Okay, so the base, or the outside at least, is finished. Let me just walk around and get a terrible view. Here we go. As you can see, we added the planks, or not the planks, those are not planks, just the spruce wood. It's staircases and slabs, just to kind of frame the roof a little better. But the outside's done. Like the bare minimum's done. I haven't added any decoration or vegetation or anything. But I wanted to start the inside of the build. Alright, so this, that's correct. That's all correct. Pull this out. So I think I actually need to do this. I'm not giving myself enough building room here. If we go like this is actually where the staircase is, or the railing is gonna sit. Oh no, that block was fine. Just give ourselves a little more building room, of course. And we can go like this. Oh wait, no, we can't go like that. We have to do it this way. And this is the, yeah, see? Perfect. It's perfect, that's what it is. There we go. See, that's a nice, you know, whoops. It's a nice railing that we can utilize, of course. I mean, just there we go. Okay, so that's kind of sort of the gist of some of the room. I'm gonna start working on it off camera, the rest of it, kind of put the rest together. In this area, it's gonna, you know, cut over here with the planks, and then we will have another floor right here. There, it should just be 3 wide. Yeah, there we go. And then I think it's 3 or 4 blocks, so I can't remember. But this is also going to be another room, and this room will have bookshelves and ladders and a whole bunch of chests and storage and decoration, and this will be like my enchanted book area or my extra armor and stuff like that. So I'm gonna install the rest of the floors, the andesite floor down here, get the rest of these small details in, like this railing, which I really like, by the way. I mean, it's just so, it's just so cool. Come on. I have no design for the roof. Of course, you can't see it because it's pitch dark. Does not a word. Pitch black. Whoops, I fell again. Of course I did. I can just go up here. See, yeah, I might have even a 3rd floor, and we might have an attic that can only be accessed through the library. But by the way, for the books, I don't have the resources for, so I'm going to be definitely grinding in between episodes. I did run across a what are they called? A stronghold in episode 1 or between episode 1 and 2 sometime when I was strip mining, and it had a library in it, and I was able to get a ton of books from it. But I have no more books from that adventure, so I might need to head back over there. I didn't take all the books, so I might need to go pick up the rest, although it wasn't that much, so I'm going to need to grind for those resources. But anyway, when we are wrapping up the inside of the build, we will go over what has been accomplished. Alright, gamers. We have successfully built a base that we can now sleep in and use. I wanted to go over quickly everything that I've done and show you all the amazing parts of this build. It's a little plain up here. Like I said, this area might get changed, stuff will get added. And in between episodes, I'm gonna work on the library. I just can't. I don't have the resources to do this right this second. I'm gonna need to get more bookshelves, and I'm gonna have this area nice and assembled for the next episode, and I will show it off then. Right here we have a nice grandfather clock with some secret storage potentially, some valuables, you never know. The cartography table right here looks amazing, of course. And then we move down here. I put this nice accent light in. I like it. Maybe we'll change it a little bit, but I like the idea of something like this. Then of course, you know, utility, ender chest, and then utility with the armor stands. I can place my armor in there or get another set going. This is a set I'm gonna eventually wear. It's all protection 4, as you can see. But I'm not wearing it yet because I haven't put mending on it, and I'm just waiting a little bit. Because, you know, I just got this set, but, you know, it's not the best armor in the world, so. And then we got the storage, of course. I moved in all my materials and everything. Everything's been put in here. This will get changed up. And I'm gonna keep the item frames at a minimum to help reduce lag. But it'll, so like this is food, so like there's plants in this section of chest, food, and then like saplings and seeds. This isn't actually diamond ore, that's like my mini blocks. I just use a diamond ore mini block as the icon. And then if we come over here, I have a data pack applied from Vanilla Tweaks that allows me, I'll show you the book. If we go over here to this thing called Statues version 2.8, it allows you to really mess with armor stands. So if you, basically the idea is you place a, for this specific item that I've done with these tools, which is a usable tool rack, as you can see right here. So you place a tripwire hook on a wall, and then you place a armor stand right next to it. And basically you're going to be manipulating the armor stand. You go to, oh, whoops, go back on tool rack. And if you just read that quickly, it basically turns the tripwire hook into a tool rack, and it's pretty cool. It makes it look really fancy. I like it. And then we have like the crafting. This this anvil will eventually break, and this will fall down and take its place. We have a jukebox right here, of course. Super smelter. Not a super smelter, just, you know, a quick smelter of sorts. It's got, instead of just one double chest of lava, each furnace now has its own double chest of lava that will be going into it. And then we've got over here our potion brewing. So we have the nether wart, of course, and then this little workstation with the water and the barrels and everything you need. Extra storage. You can use this as extra storage for the shelving, and then a secret barrel for, you know, whatever you want to put in there. But that's basically the inside of the build, and then we can quickly run to the outside. I'm gonna potentially lay down a path, a little bit more of this material over there, the tuff. But until we have it like a real destination and kind of some builds laid out, there's no real reason to lay down some roads until we know for sure what we're gonna be building. But I really think this is a interesting build. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed designing it, and I am glad how it turned out in the survival world. So I think that's probably going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode of the Tactical Survival series, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me and see more content like this, your support is much appreciated. It helps me. It helps me on this journey that I've embarked upon. And of course, I will see you guys in a week with another Tactical Survival Series Let's Play video. And until next time, gamers, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.